This episode is brought to you by Mogul Merch and their new product, the Swift Bidet. Easy to install, comes with everything in the package, complete control over sensitivity settings, self-cleaning, all that you need in a bidet. But seriously though, that shit's good.
Does Ludwig make a damn good bidet?
Ludwig makes a damn good bidet.
There you go.
Like my only thing, and like I mentioned, like I've brought up literally in the intro section sometime before, I got the $50 model, not like the $500 model. So all it does is like it sprays. So okay, if you're in the United States, I don't know if this is the case everywhere, but if you're in the United States, go to your toilet and see that like below, next to the toilet, there is a knob. That is your water supply valve. And from there, water goes straight up into the tank. And that's how it fills up every time you flush. So what this bidet does is it comes with like a little T valve that splits off, and it takes that supply valve water and just feeds it into the bidet. And from there, the bidet is like completely pneumatic.
Okay.
Like, so due to that, the water is piss fucking cold. But
oh shit.
Like I knew that going into it. Like, so no disappointment, no buyer's remorse.
Yeah.
It's like dude, it's a damn good bidet.
Hell yeah.
So I have had reports from anecdotal evidence reports
God.
that the front clean. Okay, so there's a butt cleaner and then there's a gooch cleaner, right?
Okay, yeah.
But the gooch cleaner doesn't have like the right distance or angle, allegedly. But that also might just be an issue with my toilet. My toilet is a weird size. So I personally, as someone who doesn't need the gooch cleaner, the butt cleaner, great job. I cannot suggest this bidet enough. I'm so glad I got it, dude.
Hell yes.
The packaging on the outside, like it's beautiful. It's beautifully packed. No joke. But it has this like tagline that says it's time to join society.
Yes.
And I cannot stress how true that is.
It's time. It's time to join society. That's perfect.
It's really, really good. So that's my review of that. I also am due to review the Gomu Gomu no Mi bath bomb from Lush.
Oh,
something
yeah.
that I never thought I would say. Real good. Smells super nice. Left my skin real. It had some like lotion, like some moisturizing compound in it as well. Lasted a decent amount. It's one of those things where like theoretically you could like split it in half and use it twice.
Yeah.
But I was like, I don't bathe that much, so fuck it. We just using it. So Adrian and I were in the bath, and it was good. Like I don't know, reading the descriptions of everything, black currant with the citrus notes, that shit like actually came through. It's not one of those things like when you're like doing wine tasting or anything where the sommelier will be like, oh yeah, there's notes of chocolate or whatever, and it's always a fucking lie. It's none of that.
Yeah.
Like, it was 10 out of 10. Loved that shit. Since I guess this is the bit, I also I got to review why would I say it that way? I got to drink the Naruto Sage Mode G Fuel, something that's real.
Wait, yeah, I was just about to say, wait, Naruto Sage Mode?
Yeah, there's a
G
Naruto
Fuel?
Sage Mode G Fuel.
What the
No clue what
heck?
flavor that is, by the way. Um,
Um,
Apparently it's pomelo mixed with white peach, and that adds up. That's according to the G Fuel website.
yeah.
Um, Honestly, it adds up. It's probably some of the best G Fuel that I've ever had.
Oh my
Like,
god.
I still didn't love it because I hate the like
Hey
zero sugar.
Naruto.
Yeah, I fucking hate Naruto, man. Um, the Splenda flavor, hate that
Yeah.
shit. But it was still pretty good. Like, not gonna lie, the best G Fuel I've had so far. And I don't okay. I don't know how to say this drink. So I went to H Mart. That's where I got my like veggies.
Yeah.
Um and with the reason we got specifically to like this larger H Mart in my area is because the there was a TikTok that we saw. I might have sent it to you too, where um there's a drink that's like in a baby bottle, but it's like an actual glass
Oh,
bottle.
yeah.
It's a yogurt one, and it comes with the nipple,
Yeah.
and
I,
you have to activate the nipple. You have to drink it with the nipple, and it's disappointing and embarrassing to drink from. We got the mango flavor, not that bad. I just don't know what it's actually called. Oh wait, hold on. SLW yogurt drink. Don't know what that stands for. That's how it's like marked on H Mart. And yeah, I don't know what that fucking stands for, but I got the mango flavor. It was pretty good.
hell yeah.
They apparently have a strawberry. Um, we're we're keeping the bottle. Sadly, unfortunately, we are a house full of clowns, and we must.
We must.
Yeah, the next time I drink alcohol, guess what
Oh,
I'm gonna be
hell
drinking out
yeah.
of? Because it's made out of fucking glass, and to my understanding, the baby nipples, the drink nipples, are top rack dishwasher safe.
Nice.
So
I feel like that's like that's the optimum, like the go to a beer tasting, go to a brewery, a microbrewery, and then like that should be like the most optimum way to taste, like, ooh, and this one you
it
could
should
really
not.
taste, you
Hard
could really
disagree.
taste the porter, and they give you the
Shut the
little
fuck up.
nipple. The glass nipple, and they go
It fucking sucked. Like, none of us could drink it with a straight face. Like it's a nice party trick, I will say. But dude, I'm a fucking clown. What am I? we're not a we're not a nipple yogurt podcast. We're a One Piece podcast where we review the latest chapter of One Piece and have a different One Piece related discussion every single week. My name is Franz.
My name is John, and we're Paramecia Fancast.
Oh,
I think you skipped over it, which is fine.
dude,
Nipples
I-
on the mind, dude.
I
No.
expressly do not. Oh, Christ alive. We're- I've done irreparable damage to our brand in 10 minutes.
Yes, we started so good. We got it. We got in the good graces of Ludwig praising.
Yeah,
his
we got the sponsorship.
his
Well, you can
bidet.
Venmo us. You can Venmo us.
Yeah. And then
Um,
immediately we have to Venmo him a refund.
Double the money
because-
back.
Oh God. No, we are here today with chapter 1068, A Genius's Dream. And I gotta say, this week's chapter is real good. The ending of this week's chapter goes from like 0 to 1,000.
There's a lot of shit, and there's something for everyone in this chapter.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, let's just fucking get into it,
Let's
because
get
man,
into it. We start still. I'm so surprised Like, I'm eating it up. I love this cover story, but I'm still so surprised that, like, we have gotten so many bombshell reveals from it, and it's still not over. We have volume 25 of Germa's Double Six's Odd Emotionless Excursion, Mads, the group to which they once belonged, and it's Caesar Cloud and Judge, like, punching each other, and then at the top of the screen, it's them in, like, a thought bubble. And they're remember, you can tell now that it's Vegapunk and his tongue is sticking out. But there's like two silhouettes, and now I'm like, oh god, who are the two silhouettes now?
Right. Like, is it them?
Yeah, is it supposed to be them?
We know Queen was also in Mads. Is one of them skinny former Queen? Like, or is it just people we don't fucking know?
Yeah.
Like,
God. Oda and his silhouettes, man.
Dude, it's the kind of shit where we get fucking nothing, man.
It's the it always reminds me of one of these days the silhouette is gonna become a character like in what is it, Detective Conan, the bad guy who's just like the silhouette with like the evil face.
The guy who, like, you know, like the perpetrator, but like they never want to show the perpetrator early with like an actual silhouette.
Yeah.
So it's just a nondescript guy.
Hell yes. But yeah, no, it's still not the end, which I'm totally surprised. I'm actually surprised by, because I'm like, dude, it feels like we've gotten like so many reveals from this one, and it's like, what the hell? But I guess F it. I'm still interested to see where this is gonna end up, because I assume they're probably gonna make a cut now that Vegapunk is in the picture again and seemingly wanting to leave the world government's island. Like, I'm assuming that there's gonna be some kind of reunion at some point with Mads.
Dude, Mads 2.0, except they hate each other even more.
I will need, if they do meet up, it's fine if they all hate each other. I just need somebody to give me a reason as to why any of them at one point liked Judge, at least enough to team up with him.
Yeah.
Zero redeeming qualities from this man. I'm just like, I don't see it.
I just do you think any of them liked the other, like, at any point in time?
You know, probably. I'm assuming no, probably not.
Because like,
maybe Vegapunk was like, I mean, from what we know of the original body, like maybe he was like more accepting of them, but I feel like Judge has always been a butthole. Caesar is Caesar, and then like Queen. I mean, God, I don't even want to know. Was Queen just trying to like make viruses like the entire time? Was he just trying to like gas them out the entire time?
I feel like Queen was Caesar's like understudy, you know?
Yeah. Oh, that would actually be funny and make sense.
Yeah, it just makes sense. But we open up the chapter straight away with Pythagoras telling CP0 to fuck right off. Just, yeah, thanks for returning our Seraphim. S-Bear is capable of returning. Give him the order. We're just busy. We're just busy, man. Come on. Give him the order and he'll come back. Thanks.
Literally talking to his DoorDash driver, like, just leave it outside the front door. I will get it. Thank you.
Dude, the government DoorDashed a weapon of mass destruction.
Oh, shit. Basically.
I believe it.
Yeah. I do like, I mean, this chapter, they sort of reveal the names of the Seraphim units. So, like, Unit S-Bear is Kuma. I think later they reveal, like, 3 more.
Yeah. Snake, Hawk, and Shark, which is the rest that we've seen.
Yeah. Which is, it's going to be interesting now, because now the setup, the Chekhov's gun, in one of these chapters, the cliffhanger is going to be like, they're going to call like another S unit, and it's going to be like speculation overdrive. Like, oh my God, who is it?
Dude. S Puppet.
Oh my. Yeah, if there's there's got to be a baby Doflamingo, and that's going to freak me out.
No, we'll just become insufferable because that's the
Yeah.
only thing we'll talk about. But okay, Kaku like says something snippy, but like this
Yeah.
man, Rob Lucci, knows what's up. He's thinking to himself, has he figured us out? And Kaku tries to finagle his way, like, oh, it's a long voyage. Let us relax on dry land with a cup of tea. It's cold. And just naval base G14 is nearby. Fuck you.
Yeah. Naval Base G14 is nearby and can welcome you.
And then we get something so interesting, man. Fucking, oh, is that Dr. Vegapunk? Yes. If I asked you about the Egghead disappearances, would you know what I mean? No. Who is disappearing? 2 months ago, Cipher Pole number 5 ship went missing. 1 month ago, CP7. 2 weeks ago, CP8.
What
They've been
on
fucking
earth?
escalating, man.
All the
All
government ships that have visited Egghead in the past 2 months have failed to return from the trip, and I'm like, what?
I I don't, and like of course they're gonna lie and just be like, oh, like, they all left, all ships left port from here fine. And Lilith is just immediately like, what are you trying to insinuate? Are we messing with Cypher Pole? Go to hell.
I love Pythagoras. Like, Lilith, I know you're evil, but you shouldn't antagonize them. I'll open the port right now so you can come see for yourself.
Crazy. And
Oh.
at the end, they tell him to fuck off, and Rob Lucci's just like, I won't take that.
Yeah, and CP0 is like, what now, Lucci? Prepare to leave the ship behind. We'll use Seraphim S Bear's power to fly onto the island. The moment we show any aggression, the Sea Beast's weapons will devour this ship. And we get more of them later, but we cut to Newcama Island in the Grand Line. And, like, there's still, like, right where we left off, Kuma is, like, running, like, still connected to, like, the wires on his body.
Ripping it all off.
Yeah, like, ripping it off. And they're like, Kuma, get back here. Like, where are you going? And all you see is his paw, hand, and then poof.
That answers that.
He fucking he boofed himself.
Dude, that's going to be crazy.
So I'm assuming that, again, I mean, we could all theorize, but I think it's a safe bet to say that he knows that Bonnie is on the island and he's, like, going to save her.
Yeah, I want to say that it's probably something like that somehow, some way.
Yeah.
Like, maybe he has, like, the same uplink still as all the Vegapunks,
Yeah.
And then that's what, like, keyed him off, and then the last part of human in him just went ahead.
Yeah. It's so insane. Like, I want to see what this Kuma thing develops into, because I'm like, oh, because what if none of the Straw Hats fight the Kuma Seraphim? What if it's Kuma himself who fights the Kuma Seraphim?
Absolutely crazy. Like, CP0's fucking outclassed. I will say we don't know what STUSSY does, but
Yeah, which we'll talk about later, because she has some weird, like, language in this chapter that I'm like,
there's so many fucked lines.
Yeah, but we cut over to Scrap Heap at Egghead, and he's like, Luffy's like, you want us to take you out of here? But why? Isn't this your lab? And Vegapunk's just like, that's correct. I've been extracting every bit of research money I can from the government to carry out whatever experiments I fancy. Even now, as we speak, my mind is overflowing with ideas. And even still, I don't have the time and manpower or the funds to see them all to fruition. One day, I hope to create my ideal world through science. A world in which energy is abundant, available, and free to everyone around the globe. And Luffy's just like, huh? Picking his nose.
It's so good. And he doesn't even get it. Like, oh, you're going to give everyone something? Okay. But Jinbei gets it. He fucking knows.
Yeah.
The resources that we use to create energy are a constant source of war and squabble between nations. And dude, my man Einstein is popping off. He's like,
Yeah.
exactly. Just reach out and feel. Energy is right here and there and all around us. The world is positively brimming with it. And like, dude, this power pose, man.
Yeah.
Looking into the skies, if we can simply convert it into a kind of power that you can see and use, we would be eliminating one of the greatest causes of war in the world. Mark my words, science will one day reach that lofty realm. Real quick, I wanna point out how poignant they like. Very specifically, it is one of the greatest causes of war in the world.
Yeah.
Like that, I feel like that says a lot about like Oda's understanding of the world, as well as like, you know, Vegapunk himself. I don't know. It's just nice to see.
No, yeah, yeah. And it's definitely like, cause I mean, they might get into this like later as Vegapunk like starts describing more of his dream and like later chapters of stuff, but like it just reminded me of I watched that 8-hour Mega Man lore video, but in it he talks about Mega Man Zero's the Mega Man Zero series, and specifically Zero 2. Like the whole premise of the game is like the Dr. Light girl of this series, Seal, is like, oh, she's like the optimist. She's like, I want to make like this endless power source, and if I can present the power source to the humans, like they won't have to go to war with us, like they won't hate us anymore, like well, you know, all the strife in the world is gone. And like the leader of the rebellion is straight up like, if you give them an infinite power supply, like they're still going to hate us, but now they will have an infinite power supply. Like you will not change anything like that. Like,
unfortunately, yeah.
Yeah, so this just kind of that line specifically reminded me of that, where it's like he still understands like, oh, like we could eliminate one of the greatest causes of war in the world, but it's like even Vegapunk kind of knows like we can't, you know, his dream is not so lofty as to be naive, you know, like he understands like, oh well,
right, and it's like
it's deeper than that.
You know, maybe it's the kind of thing where he understands that the world may not be ready for that gift yet.
Yeah.
But moving forward, Luffy, still picking his nose, just goes, oh. And Vegapunk yells at him, no interest, but I want to point out, he's blushing. Like, at least Luffy understands the passion behind it. Not the politics, but just the passion.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, it's really good of you to try to make everyone happy. I'm not interested in heroes. Why do you want to leave this place? And like, basically he starts going in and just like, oh yes, you know, that's the issue. The harder I strive to find the energy I've been seeking, the closer I get to the power source that moved this machine soldier. The ancient energy that gave it strength. It is in a scientist's nature to want to peek at the answers. If I were to undo the veil wrapped around that forbidden history, what might I find underneath? In carrying on my friend's will, I will find myself treading further into the depths of ... And like, my man was about to say the name of the place.
Yeah.
Because like the friend is Dr. Clover, right?
Yeah. The friend is Dr. Clover, and then find myself treading further into the depths of, and he was straight up about to say the name of the kingdom.
Dude, fucking, my man has no respect for potential cognito hazards.
Yeah. And like, as soon as he almost says it, there's an explosion in the city. And he's like, so as you can see, I've dug a bit too deep into the past, and now the government's going to get rid of me just like they got rid of Ohara. Like, and then he's like, sounds like the commotion's being caused by CP0. And I love that Luffy's like, Zero? Like, Luffy...
we, the audience, have known.
Yeah, we, the audience, have known. Because the first time we saw CP0 was at the end of Dressrosa, like after the Straw Hats had left, or I think like just before.
Yes.
But I don't think they didn't make contact with any of the Straw Hats.
No.
I think only Robin saw them or knew that they were there because she was like, oh, the masks. Like, they were wearing the masks.
And then after that, like, Wano was the only exposure, but
Yeah.
Luffy met the fucking go-faced guy who's apparently not dead.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't know what makes me say that, but I could have sworn there was like something.
Maybe. Damn, okay, I'm willing to still believe that he died just because he got fucking head bashed by Kaido, but if he lived, he's the lurking legend. He's the lurking legend.
We finally got it, y'all.
Confirmed.
It took so long, but we finally got it.
Oh, man. No, but we get Vegapunk explaining to Luffy, CP0, the ones who act solely on the Celestial Dragon's orders. Why are they CP0? Don't you mean 9? They're above CP9. Whenever they're active, it's said that world-shaking events are about to occur. And then, like, stupid ass Kaku, get a gander at this future metropolis. What a lark.
Oh, we should point out now what we never noticed before.
So, shoutouts to everybody in our Discord. Paramecia Flower Capital. The permanent invite links are on all of our social media at Paramecia Cast on Twitter. It's in the pinned tweet and in the bio. Shoutouts to everyone on our Discord for pointing this out, because I read the chapter, fully went over my head. I did not like catch it, but Kaku, his nose, this whole chapter, if you read along with us in this chapter, his nose, for some reason, is permanently just full armament hockey.
Dude, just because you can doesn't mean you should, Kaku.
Like, God, I can't wait to see him in his giraffe form. I want to see the giraffe snoot in armament hockey.
Dude, not the snoot. Hear me out. The neck.
Just the neck. The head is normal with the neck.
The neck, or do you remember if Kaku had the giraffe horns?
Oh, I think he, like, tiny ones, I think he does. Like little nubs.
Dude, fucking awakened Kaku. Bigger neck, thicker neck, and bigger horns. All of them like Virgo style permanent hockey.
Hell yes. I would dude, I want that now. I want to see Kaku just like flail his neck around like the giraffes on like the giraffe fighting videos on YouTube.
Dude, those are crazy. They're fucking...
Yeah.
That's not normal. That's not natural. Yeah.
Because you see, like, okay, this is such a weird tangent, but, like, okay, animals in the wild. Like, okay, if you look at, like, elk or, like, deer, like, they headbutt with their antlers, and they're, like, trying to, wrestle with their antlers with each other, trying to put the other one into submission. Cool, okay. Like, dogs and wolves and shit are, like, using their sharp ass teeth and claws and stuff. It's like, okay, cool. And the giraffes are just like,
but they maul each other, dude.
Yeah, no, they like whip their necks at each other, and it's like, dude, the necks with so much force, like, oh my god.
That's what those little nubs are for. They dig, they hurt.
Bro, it's wild.
Fucking freaks of nature, man.
In the words of Kaku, giraffes are awesome. I love giraffes.
Yeah. So they arrive, like, they make landfall basically, and all the workers, let's go with researchers. Is that Cypherpole? I thought they always wore black suits. Why didn't they come through the port like usual? Did you hear? 2 sea beast weapons are destroyed near the shore. Does that mean they're intruders? And just they start reporting straight to the Vegapunks. Oh man, Shaka's just like, oh, how'd they get past the port? Usopp? Oh, they're here. Nami. Ooh, I hate him. Go away, Rob Lucci and Sanji T-posing to fucking protect
I
Robin.
I love it. I love Sanji's reaction, and I am in love with Nami. I hate him. Go away. That's how I
Ew.
feel, Robin. Nami, I feel the same way. Like, go away, leave. Like, oh god. But yeah, they continue. They pull up the video feed. Shaka and Pythagoras is like, the beasts are devouring their ship by the coast. It would seem they've refused our suggestion. I suspect that they used the pawpaw fruit's power to reach the island. So they used S-Bear. Well, if they'd give up their ship for a chance to fight, they were clearly determined to get here one way or another. Evacuate the researchers and workers. Send Atlas back to the lab. Mobilize Seraphims, S-Snake, S-Hawk, and S-Shark. So Boa Hancock, Mihawk, and then Jinbei. Put Sentomaru in charge of them. Yes, sir.
What the fuck?
I was literally just, okay, as of the recording of this episode, like a day or two ago, me and lurking legend of the show, Billy, went to the card shop and we got the One Piece card game, which is really fun. I like it so far. I can't wait to see like the more sets and like meta develop around it.
I can't wait to fucking play some dumb shit that's gonna freak everyone out.
Yeah. But I was talking to Billy because I was like, you know what's weird? Mind you, he had read this chapter already. I was like, this dude Sentomaru. I was like, I could have sworn that he was Vegapunk's personal bodyguard. And like, he's just not here on Egghead. And Billy just gave me the look and was just like, wait till Sunday. And I was like, oh, okay. So they acknowledge it. Okay. So I'm not crazy.
But the worst thing is like, what? Okay, so Sentomaru is ostensibly part of the Marines, right?
Yeah, Sentomaru got a promotion over the time skip. And
yes,
is also Borsellino's nephew, I think, is what the relationship is.
That might be true. I kind of remember that.
Yeah, Sentomaru. Let's see. Affiliations, Marines. Yeah, he's related to Borsellino somehow. I remember this specifically.
Yes, he refers to Kizaru as uncle. But it might be like kind of like a Yakuza thing.
Okay.
So they're still like heavily related, but not maybe by blood.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's captain of the science unit. So hear me out. Like Fujitora, Smoker, they're kind of close to like being turncoats, right?
Yeah.
They're close enough. So like we don't know what Sentomaru's like actual ideals are, right?
Yeah.
But given that there's this trust, maybe he was just like inspired and just went like follows Vegapunk first, Marines after some kind of like change of heart. Maybe
I could see that.
The other thing is like the Sentomaru is like, so he feels like Momotaro, the old, so like he's like Momotaro and literally has Peach in his name as well, like Momotaro does.
Yeah.
So like there's some relation there, and all the admirals are named after, at least the first three introduced are named after animals that he had in the story. But I also want to point out that he's actually more based off of Kintaro, or Sakata no Kintoki, who was like a guy so fucking strong that he was strong since birth, and like was like, okay, I don't really remember actual anecdotes, but I do remember him something like going to a bar and like having hosts with him, basically like for like when he was like 6 years old or something.
Oh
But
my
like
god.
it was like some shit like that where he was basically like an adult at the age of 4 in some way, and no one could like fuck with him. So I want to see what's up with this guy. It's just fucking weird.
Yeah. I also like want to point out that I wonder why Atlas specifically
Oh, because Atlas is
was
gonna
called
fucking
out.
square up, man.
True. I guess
That's
that's
my
the reason, but
assumption.
because I was just like, because didn't we see York also like just fucking around in the town and just eating, pissing, and shitting for all the bodies? I mean,
Dude,
I guess
York
I
goes
guess
down, the whole system goes
that
down.
that's what I'm saying. York goes down, all the remaining 6 bodies septic immediately. York is the
Fucking
key.
that's like in New York whenever the like sanitation workers strike, like they get their needs done instantly.
Yup.
Dude, fucking I'm manifesting those vibes for the rail workers right now.
Yeah, honestly.
Shout outs to the rail workers. It's gonna be an illegal strike, but when is a strike actually ever fucking legal? Like,
Yeah.
fuck what Congress, Senate, and John Brandon have done.
And me.
Yes, and John, my co-host, have done.
Yeah.
Fuck you, John.
Yes. Yes, good. Oh god, no, but Vegapunk is like, so if I pack my belongings, may I requasar a trip out to sea with you? And Luffy's like, you make it sound like we're going on a picnic, mister. And Jinbei's like, you do know that your disappearance would be an international scandal. Luffy's just like, sure, why not? Your head looks funny. And Chopper is all of us. That's your reasoning?
As if, like, dude, we should have known. We should have known.
As if there was going to be any other reasoning, honestly.
Crazy. He starts suggesting, like, okay, this is going to be a battlefield. Take Bonnie up to the Labo face, above the clouds. And then he goes, good, see you there, and turns invisible.
Yeah, he just like, and it's the same sound effect that like Shiryu and Sanji used when they went invisible, like this.
Like, exactly. I'm not saying he's
Yeah.
teleporting. He turned invisible.
Yeah,
Like,
Jesus.
crazy. I hate this man. Fucking chaos.
I don't know who says it, but it's this line. They're like, he vanished, Mr. Appleman, and then the future makes my head hurt.
Yeah. That, oh man, we're gonna have, if this old man actually makes it to the fucking ship with his brain halfway intact, the
Yeah.
conversations him, Brooke, and Robin are gonna be unreal.
Yeah. Oh god, if he makes it onto I hope he does. Look, Egghead, the island, like we see later, right now that like the Punk Records is like under super advanced defense systems. But look, all I'm saying is if he goes onto the ship, launch Punk Records into space as a satellite, and he is
I need it.
Permanent 5G.
Dude. we're gonna see it. It's gonna happen. But
yeah.
in the meantime, the space monster attacks, and all the fucking no-name CP0 dudes. Assumedly, they might not actually be CP0. They're just with them. They're the escort. They're freaking out. Oh, there's a giant monster. Oh no, the bullets do nothing. Kaku, with his fucking nose, wants to fight him. It's a space monster. Wow. He gives out a Tempest kick, and Stussy's like, nuh-uh, will not work. It's just a hologram.
And he's just like, mention that first. and this part,
So
Rob
fucked.
Lucci calls it out like, you seem to know a lot about this place, Stussy. Of course, I haven't been here in ages. I'm sorry, what?
That puts her in some sort of relation with Bonnie. Because
Yeah.
Bonnie also assumedly hasn't been here in quote unquote ages.
Yeah. So God only knows what the heck that could mean, but Kaku's like, oh, since I'm already in the air, might as well go above the clouds. If Vegapunk's anywhere, he's bound to be there. You see those two lines running across the cloud, Lucci? Yeah? You turn the page. If an enemy crosses those lines, it activates a laser beam. They call it the Frontier Dome. And as soon as Kaku passes, you just hear like, beep, 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 and he gets blasted out of the air.
It's what he deserves. Completely fucking blasted out. And just, oh, the point is, don't take the world's greatest scientist lightly. And, dude, even Lucci feels bad. It's like, oh, you could have warned him first. And Kaku does something like, oh, a heart of ice you got there, Stussy. And, oh, but you're feeling warmed up now, aren't you? None of that matters. Atlas walks in, running the fuck up. And Stussy points her out and just like, oh, one of the Vegapunks. Shaka's trying to talk her down. Don't, you can't handle them. Ultra Mighty Punch dies.
Yeah, it was Ultra Mighty Punch. This isn't a game, as you see the panel, like, he's in hybrid form. Six King Pistol, which is, like, the attack, utilizing all of the six paths, like, and then, like, Kaku is, like, absolutely merciless. And you see, like, oh god, I always remember in the anime, like, Rokuogan, I think is the name, or Rokogan or something like that.
Oh, the six paths?
Yeah, like the name of this technique in Japanese. I always remember the scene in the anime where he does it. He like puts
Rokuogan, maybe?
Something like that, Rokuogan. But anyways, this final double page spread, Atlas, like, dude, like her entire left side of her face is like smashed. Her eye is like cracked. And then you just see her head like explode. And when I say explode, like half of it's gone.
Yeah, it's fucking gnarly as shit. But apparently she's alive.
Yeah, because they're like, Shock has given an evacuation order. Everyone into the factory. We're under attack. And Rob Lucci like walks up and is like, you're still alive. ... We get, eek, hurry, we gotta get up there in the vacuum rocket. Huh? As Luffy with Bonnie on his shoulder, Chopper and Jinbei are running and they stop. Or I think they're still running. And they make eye contact and Lucci's like, Straw Hat? And then Pigeon Guy?
Dude shouts out to Luffy. No respect.
Let me just look. How big of an L is Rob Lucci that this dude, okay, you get your ass handed to you by this pirate who's like dumb as rocks. And then he goes on to become like one of the emperors of the sea and get even stronger. And then when you see him again, he like, quite possibly you were the most formative fight he had pre-time skip.
Yes.
And he doesn't remember your name.
Not in the slightest. And like, it's the kind of thing where it's
God.
like, do you think Chopper can take him?
Dude, I don't even know. Chopper, oh, maybe not. Well, I don't know. Chopper has gotten stronger. But I don't know if Chopper can tank one of those. Well, I don't know, because Monster Point was putting in work on CP9 back in the day. So,
that's what
and
I'm
now he has full
saying.
Control. And also, Chopper's unhinged in Monster Point because he did threaten to drag Big Mom to the bottom of the sea with him and drown them both. So
yeah, exactly. Like, Chopper has a ferocity to him that we never get to see.
He has a dark side. But, oh, dude, like, okay, I know I'm the resident Rob Lucci hater on the show, and I'm not gonna get into, like, the hard science of power scaling, but I just find it very hard. I think they're very lucky that they didn't go to the port, because if they had gotten to the
Oh my
port,
god.
Zoro would have killed all three of them. Like,
That would have
Zoro
been,
would have
dude,
killed all three of them.
the rematch of Kaku versus Zoro, crazy. Dude,
I cannot wait for Kaku to stop Enma with the fully hockey nose.
actually, that'd be really hype.
Yes. But, like, I'm sitting here, I'm like, okay, even if Luffy doesn't go Gear 5 straight off the bat, we were talking about this before, like, before recording. Like, if Luffy goes Gear 2nd, Gear 3rd, he's still putting up a good fight with him just because he's gotten that much stronger. But, like, I feel like even if Rob Lucci has hockey, let me indulge my power scaler, my inner power scaler for a bit. Luffy's still winning.
Time.
Gear 4th is destroying Rob Lucci.
Easy.
Yeah. Like, and, any of them. It doesn't matter.
Man,
like,
no nothing. It's like one Kong gun, that's it.
Yeah. And especially because, like, okay, Rob Lucci has, like, what, armament hockey, I think? Let me double check. Because over the time skip, it was confirmed that he has, like, I don't know if he has both kinds of hockey or if he just has armament.
I think he has both. It might be like movie confirmed, but
hockey. Let's see. He has, oh my god, the okay, observation hockey. Okay, sorry, the wiki uses the
Japanese names.
The Japanese names, Ken Bunshoku. I'm like, what the hell?
Who the fuck is that?
So he has both. Even still, forget all that. I'm stupid. I'm stupid and dumb.
It doesn't matter.
And have low literacy. Luffy can literally imbue his attacks with conquering hockey.
That, like, the
he
fucking...
split the sky fighting Kaido. Like, there is no way that Rob Lucci is winning.
Like, it's the kind of thing where it's like, could Rob Lucci fight Kaido in any meaningful capacity? I don't see it.
Yeah.
So
I don't see any of the CP0, like, if the other CP0 agents, like, couldn't, like, they were purposefully trying to stoke, like, the war on Onigashima, like, further. They're trying to fan the flames because they were trying to get both sides to take each other out so they could swoop in. And even the guy, they told him, they're like, yo, you gotta stop Kaido, and, like, you know what this means, right? And he's just like, yep,
you welcome death. Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
I just, you know what?
Just, like, I'm interested to see how this plays out, because I feel like even Oda is like, yeah, no, there is no need for a rematch, or if he does do a rematch, I'd still be hyped to read it, but in my brain I'm just like, dude, like, Luffy's gonna destroy this guy. Like,
yeah, exactly. Like, I don't even know if Luffy's gonna entertain the fight whatsoever.
Yeah,
because, like, there's quote unquote more important things, and like, I don't think he gives a shit.
You know what? I hope we get. I hope we get a moment like on Whole Cake Island with Katakuri and Sanji, where Katakuri, the whole chapter is like flexing his observation hockey, and he's like, "Oh, I gotta like." He tries to, like, kill. He sees that that Pudding's not gonna pull the gun on Sanji, and so he tries to shoot the jelly bean, and Sanji just instantly dodges it, like, with ease, and Katakuri's like, what on earth? Like, I want a scene with that. Like, I want Rob Lucci in all 100% seriousness to, like, go for Luffy, or, like, lunge at him, and Luffy to just casually future sight and just be like, oh, like, hey, I can't play with you right now. We gotta play with Applehead.
Exactly.
Yeah, like, power scaling. I think Luffy wins this fight, this rematch.
Easy.
But the more important one we talked about, funny scaling.
Funny scaling, he still wins. No Looney Tunes %. He still wins because he doesn't give a shit.
Yeah, Rob Lucci can't be funny.
Literally impossible for Rob Lucci to be funny.
I think the funniest he got ever in his existence was this chapter where he had this very straight man, like, you could have warned him first. I think that's like the funniest he's been.
The funniest thing he's ever been was introduction, where he didn't speak, but the pigeon spoke.
Oh, yeah.
That's the only thing.
Yes. Speaking of, where is little Hattori? Like, does he stay on his shoulder when he's like, where does he go when he's leopard mode? Yes, I'm here to ask the questions that don't matter.
Wait.
Like,
No. It matters. What? Let's go see if in this
Also,
entire chapter.
am I speciest? I said leopard. He is a leopard, right? Or is he a jaguar? No, he is a leopard.
Dude, I don't know what the fuck. I don't know the difference between wild cats.
I just love this picture on the wiki. It's just, you see the picture, and it's Rob Lucci in full leopard mode, biting Luffy's shoulder. And then the caption is just Lucci mauling Luffy as a leopard. And I look back up at the picture and I'm like, yup,
that's what it is.
That is, yup.
That's so funny.
But
where does the pigeon go?
Under abilities, Rob Lucci has carpentry. So Luffy, hold on. This throws my power scaling into a little of a tizzy. Because now, like, what if Rob Lucci builds a trebuchet?
Really, really quickly. He could use the 6 paths for that, right?
Wait for what?
To build a trebuchet really, really quick, kind of like a cartoon.
Yes, he could. Oh, we need to hammer in this piece at the very top. How are we going to get up there? Airwalk.
Airwalk, and then the finger gun.
Yeah, I need to hammer in these nails. Finger guns.
We're just smart, man.
We just get it, all right? Look, shout-outs to Reyes on our Discord. But look, Rob Lucci might still be hot.
Yeah.
But he ain't winning, all right?
He ain't winning. But we will get to see him sweat, and to some people, that's hot.
Yeah.
So fucking man, like there were answers this chapter, but not a lot.
Yeah, which, I mean, we're not on break next week, right? I think we're.
I don't believe so.
Yeah, no break. So we'll get to see like maybe more of this. I honestly do not think that like Luffy and Rob Lucci are going to fight. I think there's something funny is gonna happen, and they're gonna get like they're gonna be able to escape. Because again, like, I just can't get over it. In no world, maybe I'm just the world's biggest Rob Lucci hater. In no world does this fight go down and Lucci like does anything.
I'm telling you, Stussy's the wild card.
Yeah,
she's the X factor.
Oh man, Stussy. Yeah, I'm interested. Yeah, I'm interested to see, because you're right. I feel like that is. I feel like there is something with Stussy and maybe Bonnie.
There might be something.
Because she's like, oh, I haven't been here in ages. Like, they've both been here before, and it's just worth calling into question, I guess, anybody who has been to Egghead previously, like, what their connections are.
Yeah. It's something to interrogate.
Yeah. The other thing is, at the beginning of the chapter, they're like, oh, G14 is nearby. If Shaka is calling like an evacuation and like, oh, we're under attack, like, I'm wondering if he doesn't say who's attacking, would the Navy send people from G14 over to check, and then they're gonna be like, oh shit, like,
that'd be so fucking funny.
Yeah,
just get them to fucking nuke each other.
Yeah, because I feel like Oda purposefully put that scene of like Tashigi and all of them on G14, and they're specifically saying, oh, Egghead is just nearby, like, we need to get a Seraphim and save Kobe. And Sword was like, hey, we just have to wait. I feel like that was there for like, all right, like, you know, we're gonna get more Sword action, you know, in this arc. Assumedly
everyone at G14 is chill.
Yeah, I just like, oh, Rob Lucci, man, this Rob Lucci, dude. Something funny's gonna happen. Something funny. It's gonna be. They're gonna see each other, and Luffy's gonna somehow escape with all like him and Jinbei and Chopper are gonna escape like scot free. Something's gonna happen to stop Rob Lucci. I don't know if maybe it's the other Seraphim units or if because I don't know how long. I guess we've never gotten like the. I don't know why this would ever be confirmed, but how long it took from Luffy getting popped by Kuma to landing on Amazon Lily? Was it like a couple days or?
No, I don't think it was days. We don't know. Actually, you're right.
I would have to go back and I think there is like I don't know. I think there's like a mention of it in like an Oda box, like like a few hours after. I think there's something like that, but I would have to go and check because I don't remember.
We could look into the paw fruit.
Yeah.
To see if there's like any speed or something. Because I don't know, man. I do want to say that like okay, so like we're making bets essentially.
Yeah.
That there's going to be no immediate fight, right?
Yeah.
And
I'm betting on something happening and they're not gonna like fight now. They'll probably fight by the end of the arc, but I don't think right now.
Do we start making audacious claims like we did with Wano that will inevitably be stupid as fuck and talk about the next straw hat?
Oh, you know it.
So I think there's two options: Vegapunk or Kuma.
Yeah, I think those are who I'm landing on at this point.
Who's over? Who's under?
Oh, it depends. I feel like I feel like Kuma. Well, I don't know, cause look, Vegapunk is weird and old, right? But also like Jinbei's way older than like all of them, and he's a little green behind the ears right now. He's a little dude.
Yeah.
Age is just a number. It doesn't matter. So
Brook is dead.
Yeah, Brook is like dead. So yeah, maybe it could be Vegapunk. If Vegapunk joins, I mean, he clearly stated his dream like this chapter.
Yeah, and that's a thing.
And I feel like his dream completely coincides with Robin's journey to like discover what happened. Because as far as I'm aware, he doesn't know, like, he's not fully aware of the Void Century.
No, he has some knowledge, but
because he keeps saying he gets the closer he gets to the history, like the more he learns, the closer he's getting to like the kingdom or whatever. So he doesn't like fully know the whole story. So I feel like if he were to join, it would be probably better for him over Kuma to join, just because he would be able to
consider,
or he'd be able to find out what happened, like
him going to Elbaf and finding out the rest.
Yeah,
that's some powerful shit.
Yeah. Oh, and then just for him to meet with Saul again.
Oh, that'd be so good.
And then Robin and Saul. Oh my god.
I
feel like there's a lot more setup for. There's a lot more stuff that makes more sense if Vegapunk joins than Kuma. The Kuma thing, I feel like it's all dependent on if Vegapunk has a backup of his brain somewhere, which I feel like he does.
There might need to be some humanity. That's like what it all hinges on.
Because if he joins, he's not gonna join as they're not. I don't know. I feel like all of the Straw Hats would be so against like this non-human like
right. Also,
like this thing with no autonomy, and their whole thing is like personal freedom. Like I feel like that just kind of.
Though, if either of them join, that's crazy. Because like on one hand, another former warlord. On the other hand,
that's true.
Dr. Vegapunk.
Yeah, Dr. Oh my god, it's It's gonna be wild. Either way, even if he like doesn't join, they're definitely. I feel like they're definitely taking him off the island and bringing him to Elbath.
And they're taking the egg, and the
Yeah,
egg is a parallel to the Oro Jackson egg that we still know nothing about.
yeah. That still has yet Oda. I will say, I know the main body is the one that's there, but like, what if one of the other bodies joins?
Huh? What do you mean?
What if like Shaka comes with us, or like I guess I can't see Pythagoras or like Edison, but like
Right.
Shaka or like Lilith are the two that stick out to me as like, oh, you're like characters, you know, like
Right. I see what you're saying. Instead of like old man Vegapunk.
yeah,
There might be something there. But at this rate we're just talking a hole out of our asses.
oh yeah, but the answers to all that and more next week because we're not on break, and we will be back with chapter 1069. Nice, chapter 1069.
Hey.
Don't forget to follow us on all of our social media. We're at Paramecia Cast on Twitter, Paramecia Fancast everywhere else. Don't forget to also support, if you're able to or want to, our Patreon. Patreon.com/Paramecia. Again, we've said it before. Any help you guys can, or any amount you guys are willing to give us through Patreon is much appreciated. It's mostly, at least right now, we're striving to get the hosting cost covered, and then hopefully increase it to where we can get some new equipment upgrades, and eventually, if we can get enough to get like an editor to help us put some
content, baby.
yeah, some not bad looking content.
Yeah,
because we got content. We can put out content. That's not the problem.
yeah, the problem is fucking we work full time, both of us, and then
Yeah.
like doing that shit, and like we both got our not okay, you know what, fuck it, I am saying all YouTubers not in relationships, bitchless, all of them.
Bitchless, the lot of you.
Being a YouTuber is bitchless behavior, says the podcaster.
Oh man. But yeah, shout outs to our patrons. Patrons. Yes, again, shout outs to our patrons: David Brownfield, Charles Ruth, Bandle Vandal, Sam Thompson, and Ronald Miller. You guys are amazing, and it's definitely much appreciated. You guys are awesome. And yeah, and if you can't or don't want to right now follow the Patreon, but you still want to support the show, we say it every single week. The best way that you can support your favorite content creators, us or anyone else, is just feeding the algorithm for them on for us on Spotify and iTunes. Subscribe to the show. 5-star the show. Give us a 5-star rating. Leave us likes and comments on all the episodes.
Reviews, that's what that's called.
Any sort of engagement, the algorithm loves it. It sees a lot of engagement on episodes, and the algorithm goes, "Hey,
people want to see this.
A lot of people are talking about this. I should tell more people about this so they can, because a lot of people are talking about it. So more people need to know that a lot of people are talking about it." And it just gets, even better. So any of your favorite content creators, engaging with them on their platforms is like very much appreciated and helps immensely.
You did the whole thing, the whole plug and everything, and I was supposed to think of a funny way to end the episode. I don't have a funny way to end the episode.
The bidet pulls from not the top of the toilet, right? It splits.
It splits off immediately before it actually hits the bowl.
Okay, so my plan of putting orange Gatorade powder in the tower of my toilet and then using Ludwig's bidet would not work.
Correct. You would have to Okay, Christ.
I would have to probably commit a lot of illegal digging in my area to get to some pipes.
No, 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 no. So, okay. You know how there's those like uh I don't know. I don't know what they're called because I'm pretty sure they don't fucking work, but they're basically like a thing that you put between your shower head and like the water supply that like makes a scent come out or something. Like a normal person would put a filter there, but
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking
you know
about.
what I'm talking about?
Yes.
So hear me out. You take a block of orange tang, you like compress it like you do with espresso, right? Till it's a puck.
Mm-hmm.
And you put that in a cartridge that you connect. So okay, it's like water supply directly into the cartridge, then into the T valve that splits off one way into the water tank, one way into the bidet. And so both of them now put out orange tang.
Nice.
That's the only way to do it. Also, would be very psychotic.
Yeah, but doable.
Unfortunately, unfortunately, I know. I think you would need a lot of Teflon tape.
Yeah. Yeah.
Godspeed for that, though. You know, you do you. You know, you do you. You know, you do you. You know.